Welcome back to the channel. In the time since the last farm vlog, I went down the rabbit hole of making silage bales, failed at making silage bales, and local markets wouldn't buy my hay, so I returned to putting it on the ground. Spent all that money to go in a circle. It was at this point that my attorney advised me to stop spending money due to the looming court case with Miller. In the meantime, I took a contract with one Evelyn Carson, the woman Pete mentioned in his will, and the same woman who had previously hired me for a beat contract. Evelyn told me all about Pete, herself, and their relationship. After several years of being a drifter, Pete eventually decided to settle down in his stomping grounds. Once upon a time, Pete met a local sawmill owner's son, Miller. According to Evelyn's story, Miller took over his father's sawmill and cut an off-books deal with Pete for a piece of land. Miller would take the lumber off the land, and Pete would get the remaining bare land in return. Miller took the lumber, but swindled Pete and filed a trespassing charge against Pete, even after he had already built a barn on the land. The paperwork for the land purchase had went missing as well. Pete told Evelyn about the whole thing before one day confronting Miller himself. It was after that meeting that Pete was never seen in Chainsaw Valley again. Miller told Evelyn that Pete didn't come over and had actually fled Chainsaw Valley. Evelyn said she had suspicions of otherwise. Yes, foul play is suspected on part of Miller. Days later, the paperwork for the land purchase was filed via mail with the county courthouse. So while Pete had disappeared, his old farmland sat empty, and the barn withered beyond repair before the bank reclaimed the property. The fields were rented out via CRP before I eventually became the owner. So why am I telling you this? Because today is my court date with Miller's suit for Pete's geocache sum. He's claiming the portion of Pete's claim that was buried on his land, and he is further pursuing trespassing and theft claims against me. My attorney says that if I present Evelyn's story in court, it will be dismissed as hearsay. It will be up to Evelyn to show up and testify. Alright, big news. Evelyn testified. My attorney asked to introduce a witness to the stand, being one Evelyn Carson. Following her testimony, the judge decided to dismiss the court for the day so the jury... Hello? Yes, this is Cece. Questioning for what, may I ask? I understand. That was the local sheriff. They've got further case details regarding the hit and run incident from last year. Alright, big news. Local Chainsaw Valley sawmill owner Garrick Miller was recently arrested on charges concerning the near 20-year disappearance of a local Chainsaw Valley resident. Miller is also suspected of being the lead orchestrator behind a hit-and-run incident late last year. In other news, hello, CC Farms. It would be improper of me to not reach out after what you've done for my family and me. My name is Walt, and I own a ranch out west. It's a few hops and skips from your neck of the woods. You see, Pete was my brother, and what you've done has brought a peace on me and my family. We know Pete is smiling down on us from heaven with his crooked grin. My family extends the highest amount of gratitude to you, and we commend your efforts. Pete's tale couldn't have been told without you, though it seems he was determined to do otherwise, given his instigating with the watering cannon and generator. If you are ever out our way, feel free to stop by and stay with us for a while. I know you're still a greenhorn, but we could always use the help, and maybe you learn a thing or two from us. See you soon, brother. Walt. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Be sure to hit that like button so we know more of what you like, and we'll catch you in the next one.